thrill seekers, if you've got the courage to plunge into the abyss of terror, you're not alone. Subscribe now, be part of our fearless crew, and let's unravel the bone-chilling mysteries ahead. Join us for a spine-tingling journey into the unknown, because the true horror experience is always better when shared. Hit subscribe if you dare. Nestled in the heart of the countryside, Blackwood Manor had stood for centuries, its looming silhouette a testament to the secrets it held within its aged walls. The manor was an imposing structure with turrets, ivy-covered walls, and a history shrouded in mystery. Many locals whispered of the inexplicable occurrences that plagued the estate, and it was widely regarded as one of the most haunted places in the region. Rebecca, a young and adventurous woman with a fascination for the supernatural, had always been drawn to stories of the unexplained. She had heard tales of Blackwood Manor from her grandmother, who spoke of eerie whispers, chilling drafts, and the specter of a woman in white who roamed the halls at night. These stories had always piqued Rebecca's curiosity, and she couldn't resist the temptation to explore the manor for herself. One foggy autumn evening, armed with a flashlight and a sense of trepidation, Rebecca embarked on her ghostly adventure. She had managed to gain access to the manor with the help of an old family friend who held the keys to the enigmatic estate. With a backpack filled with supplies and her heart pounding in her chest, she crossed the threshold into the ancient home. As Rebecca stepped into the manor, she was immediately struck by the oppressive darkness that enveloped her. The interior was a stark contrast to the grandeur of the exterior, with peeling wallpaper, dusty furniture, and an overwhelming sense of decay. Cobwebs hung like eerie drapes, and the air was thick with the scent of abandonment. She moved through the dimly lit corridors, her footsteps echoing eerily in the silence. The only sound was the creaking of floorboards beneath her feet, and the sense of being watched never left her side. Every corner turned revealed a room steeped in history and forgotten time, and every shadow seemed to conceal something lurking just out of view. Rebecca's exploration eventually led her to a grand, ornate ballroom. It was a room of faded opulence, with a crystal chandelier that hung low, its crystals covered in a thick layer of dust. She couldn't help but imagine the grand parties that had once taken place here, the elegant dances and the laughter that had filled the air. As she continued to explore, a soft, mournful melody drifted through the room. It was the faintest strain of a piano, echoing from somewhere deep within the manor. Rebecca felt a shiver crawl down her spine, her curiosity driving her forward. She followed the haunting melody through a labyrinth of corridors and hidden passageways until she found herself standing in front of a door that seemed to emanate an otherworldly energy. With trembling hands, she pushed the door open, revealing a room bathed in a ghostly, ethereal light. The room was a boudoir, and at its center sat an antique piano with yellowed keys. A figure barely visible hunched over the instrument, playing the melancholic tune. The woman wore a flowing white gown, her long dark hair cascading over her shoulders. Rebecca watched in awe as the pianist's fingers danced across the keys, producing a mournful melody that seemed to resonate with the very soul of the manor. The room was filled with an eerie stillness, broken only by the haunting notes of the piano. As the last note hung in the air, the pianist slowly turned her head to reveal her pale, ghostly face. Her eyes, dark and hollow, locked onto Rebecca's. A chill raced down Rebecca's spine, and her heart pounded in her chest. The ghostly woman's lips parted, and a whisper like a distant echo reached Rebecca's ears. "Leave this place." Rebecca stumbled backward, her breath caught in her throat. She had come seeking the unknown, but now, confronted with a real ghost, fear coursed through her veins. She turned and fled, running through the darkened halls of Blackwood Manor, the pianist's mournful words echoing in her ears. As she reached the front door, Rebecca burst into the cool night air, gasping for breath. She slammed the heavy wooden door shut and leaned against it, her heart racing. She realized that her grandmother's stories were not mere tales spun to entertain, but warnings of the very real malevolence that dwelled within Blackwood Manor. Rebecca had ventured into the realm of the supernatural, and the haunting of Blackwood Manor had become all too real. The mysterious woman in white, the mournful piano, and the chilling whisper would forever haunt her dreams, a reminder of the other, worldly horrors that lurked in the shadows of the ancient estate. Rebecca's escape from Blackwood Manor did not bring her the relief she had hoped for. The encounter with the ghostly woman in white had left an indelible mark on her, and her nights became plagued by vivid nightmares. The mournful piano melody and the echoing whisper of "leave this place" played on an endless loop in her mind. Each night, as she lay in bed, Rebecca would hear the faint ghostly notes of the piano from afar. It called to her, beckoning her back to the manor. Sleep became an elusive refuge as the ghostly woman's voice whispered through her thoughts, growing stronger and more insistent with each passing night. Rebecca's once adventurous spirit now withered under the relentless torment. She couldn't escape the specter that had invaded her life, and it seemed determined to draw her back into the darkness of Blackwood Manor. Her once vibrant curiosity had been replaced by an overwhelming dread, and she realized that she couldn't run from the haunting any longer. One moonless night, with the echoes of the ghostly piano and the whisper in her ears, Rebecca made a fateful decision. She knew she had to confront the spirit that had ensnared her. Armed with the same sense of trepidation that had brought her to the manor, she returned, determined to unravel the mystery and lay the ghost to rest. She stepped once more into the ancient home, her flashlight casting long, quivering shadows on the decaying walls. The oppressive darkness seemed to welcome her back, as though the manor itself had conspired to draw her in. Following the haunting melody through the maze of corridors, Rebecca found herself in front of the boudoir once more. The room retained its eerie glow, and the piano awaited her, seemingly untouched by time. But the pianist, the ghostly woman in white, was absent. Rebecca stood alone in the dim room, shrouded in an eerie silence, her heart pounding in her chest. The ghostly whisper echoed through the room, chilling and mournful, but it was no longer a demand to leave. It had transformed into a mournful plea. "Help me," the ghostly voice whispered, its tone desperate and sorrowful. Rebecca's fear had not vanished yet, but her determination to uncover the truth overcame it. She realized that the spirit was not malevolent but trapped, yearning for release. With trembling hands, she approached the piano and gently ran her fingers across the yellowed keys. As she touched the instrument, memories long lost to time surged forth. The spirit of the pianist, the woman in white, had been trapped in a never-ending lament for centuries, her soul bound to Blackwood Manor by a tragic tale of love and loss. Rebecca listened to the haunting melody and the spirit's sorrowful story, her heart heavy with empathy. With each note played, the room seemed to brighten, and the spectral figure of the woman became more defined. The woman's eyes, once hollow, now held a glimmer of life and gratitude. As the final notes of the melody filled the room, the ghostly woman smiled at Rebecca, and then, with a gentle nod, faded into the ether, her spirit finally finding peace. The room fell into a profound silence once more, and Rebecca felt a profound sense of closure. She had unraveled the mysteries of Blackwood Manor and had set a tormented spirit free. Rebecca left the manor for the last time, no longer haunted by nightmares or dread. The haunting of Blackwood Manor had ended, and in its place, she carried with her a bittersweet memory of a ghostly pianist and the power of empathy to heal even the deepest wounds of the supernatural world. The surrounding countryside seemed to breathe a sigh of relief as she emerged from the ancient estate. The ivy-covered walls of Blackwood Manor glistened in the pale moonlight, as if acknowledging her as the one who had brought peace to its dark history. Rebecca's footsteps echoed not with trepidation, but with a newfound sense of accomplishment. She shared the story with her grandmother, who listened intently, her eyes filled with pride for her granddaughter's courage and compassion. Rebecca had not only confronted the supernatural, but had offered solace to a restless spirit, bringing closure to a chapter that had haunted her family for generations. As the years passed, Blackwood Manor transformed from a place of fear and mystery into a symbol of Rebecca's bravery and empathy. Locals and tourists from afar visited the now restored manor, hearing the story of the young woman who adventured into the unknown and brought peace to a tormented soul. Rebecca's life continued, but the memory of that fateful night in Blackwood Manor remained etched in her heart. She had come seeking the unknown, and in the process, she had found her own strength and purpose. In the heart of the countryside, Blackwood Manor stood not as a place of fear, but as a testament to the enduring power of compassion in the face of the supernatural. Hey there, amazing viewers! If you enjoy the content and want to see more of it, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support means the world to us, and if you find this video valuable, why not share it with your friends so they can join in on the fun too? Thanks for being part of our awesome community.